everyone present here in the occasion. My regards to the Vice Chancellor of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National University, Justice Avasti, Justice Atar Rahman, Brother Justice Arun Monk on the dais, the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It is indeed a privilege and a pleasure to be here amongst all of you today evening. One of the challenges of being a valedictorian or giving a speech at this time is to draw the attention of the audience, because they are too tired by the day's effort and the energy that has gone into listening what may be just an oration, not making much of a sense, but I'm sure that most of you would have derived a lot of information, the challenges which you are going to face tomorrow as professionals, as people in the legal field, as academicians, as judges who are to adorn the chair in days to come, discharging your functions. I will not be going deep into whatever has been already told to you. Of course, the sessions have been fruitful in so much as Mr. Rahul Goyal has been speaking comprehensively on the dynamic nature of the AI and has highlighted the due diligence process which requires to be carried out in depth before any decision is to be taken based on an input given by the artificial intelligence. Mr. Raghavendra, former Registrar of Copyright and former Joint Secretary, has also extensively spoken about the AI hallucinations and the e-court projects being taken out in a comprehensive manner by the Indian judiciary. Dr. Dugal has spoken about the pervasiveness of AI in judicial ecosystems that is found these days and highlighted a dependency on generative AI for legal works. Mr. Tyagi has already introduced you with a new concept of data marts and also spoke of data mining these days. Mr. Arvind Kumar, he has covered the topic of digital signatures in a comprehensive presentation. Dr. Anand Paliwal, Member Law Commission, has already given you insight into the necessity of having human agency in control of machines. And my Lord Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt, he has given a dialogue extensively on the progression and advancement that has taken place in the field of AI in legal context and argued that AI can't replace or substitute humans in the nearby future. In case I was to illustrate the role of humans and the human element in legal dispensation and justice, there's just a little illustration. A data was compiled by the Ministry of Road and Surface Transport, in which the outcome was that 30% of the road accidents are attributable to drunken driving. The data is absolutely correct, but one of the persons he had drawn a conclusion that 70% of the accidents are caused by people who are not drunk while driving. So as compared to 30%, the volumes of people causing accidents are those who are not drunk. Both these situations are statistically correct, but the conclusions may be bad. This is the challenge which we face every day whenever we are dealing with artificial intelligence. It's an algorithm-based statistical assessment of human behavior. And statistics, as they say, has been equated to a very different level when we talk of lies. There are lies, there are white lies, there are damned lies, and then there are statistics. So the level of statistics is much higher than the lies. It is on the portrayal of a person and the assessment of a person who is dealing with statistics, how he plays that. This is where the role of a person who is creator of that algorithm that comes into play. Therefore, your entire assessment on a data and its utilization for the purposes of delivering any judgment or placing reliance upon that judgment would largely depend upon what is the intent of the person who has created that algorithm. What is his bias? Because this element of bias cannot be detected by a human brain unless the complete picture has been brought to his notice, vis-a-vis the entire contour and map which has been unfolded, on the basis whereof you can actually realize what is the core problem that requires to be ascertained and that is required to be nailed and answered. These challenges would definitely pose a great problem in times to come, requiring judges to travel beyond the data and to be able to look into the assessment, the algorithm, the possibilities of bias that might have crept in, the manner in which the data is being interpreted. I personally feel, of course this is not related to the topic, that artificial intelligence and natural stupidity, they are directly proportionate. Higher the one, it is bound to increase the other. Knowledge in the absence of wisdom is dangerous. The human element gives you the wisdom. You may have information, you may have knowledge that tomato is a fruit, but it is wisdom which tells you that it is not to be used as a fruit and it is to be used as a vegetable. This distinction is the human element. The man behind this assessment is the person who is responsible for how to overcome the challenges that are likely to come, how to apply the human wisdom and the analytical ability of human brain, added with the compassion and humanity and humanist approach, that real dispensation of justice can take place. Let us not forget this, that an algorithm-based assessment is on the basis of events of the past. It does not apply the aspirations of the citizens of tomorrow. Law and the Constitution being a living organism, it deals with the aspirations of the people of the present and the expectations that they have for their lives ahead. Law has been responding to and has been evolving to answer to those aspirations of the citizens of the country. This aspiration is fueled by the analytical ability of human mind and its assessment of the needs of the time, as well as its citizens, which cannot at all be ascertained on the basis of the data which is available. Past may be the basis to indicate how you are likely to react in times to come, or it is a particular behavior which might be misused by the person who triggers or who uses that data or that predictability of human ability or their response or their reaction in a given situation. As citizens, as law enforcers, as judicial officers of tomorrow, this would require a lot of insight from all of you to ascertain that there is no misuse of that predictable behavior by any element, any person who triggers a reaction and has no ability to control the outcome of that reaction which is triggered. A predictable, one should definitely be cautious in all those circumstances and has to ascertain that the algorithm is not misused, the privacy of individuals is not violated, the ethical approach, the checks and balances which are required to be maintained, and the affixation of liability and responsibility coupled with accountability of the people who use the data, who use AI for the purposes of their capital pursuits or completely driven by market forces on the basis of profit orientation and not for the welfare of the people at large. With these words, I am sure that you have all gained a lot and you have emerged much stronger, and you will not take any information that is fed to you on the strength of an artificial intelligence on its face value, and would really always verify the source of that information before you proceed further or before you place reliance on that. Thank you so much. Wish you all good health.